quick video today. Last night, my buddy Chuck Sanders tagged me in a video that had apparently a ghost walking down a sidewalk, or walking across a sidewalk outside of somebody's house, and it was on the news. I believe it was on like Fox News or Fox Carolina News or something like that. I have the clip coming up. Anyway, I saw it, had a discussion with several people about it who believed it was a ghost. And some people think it's a person running there. Some people think it's reflected light or something like that. I think it's a bug. So we're going to look at this real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but let's start with the original video. This is the video from Fox News, so take a look.
Creepy, unusual sight.
As soon as I saw it, that my hair stood up, because I've never seen anything like that before.
The Hernandez family saw something they can't explain, captured by their home security cameras in Clovis.
My husband happened to look over right when I guess the image came up, and I originally didn't see it. My husband did, and he's the one that was like, was that a person? And then started, saying, no, that couldn't have been, and then panicked and ran over.
This is what they saw during dinner last night. It looks like a person in an otherworldly form. Their explanation? It's a ghost.
And this one is definitely brighter. You can see it 100%, and you can see the movement of either arms or legs going with the body as it goes by.
They say their house has some history. Before moving in, Brianna spoke to a gentleman who was very familiar with the property.
And he said that several years ago, I believe it was his uncle, had a house on this corner lot, and his uncle passed away.
They claim the home stayed vacant before it was torn down to build the new duplexes. Brianna claims she wasn't a firm believer before, but now things have changed.
All right, so that's the video. Obviously, there is something that goes across the screen, and we're going to try and recreate it here. I'm going to use some pictures. I'm going to show you what I did with props. I'm going to recreate it as best I can. I don't have a bug trained to go in a straight line. Therefore, I'm going to use a stand-in bug, which is a dot, and you'll see it in a second. And we're gonna recreate this and show you how, this blurry, fuzzy thing could go across the screen. All right, let's take a look. All right, so what we have here is a plastic bag, a permanent marker, and a Monster drink, because it's early in the morning and I'm really tired and I need to wake up. So what I did was put a little dot, which is our bug, on the plastic bag, and you'll see now that when it's slightly out of focus, it becomes a fuzzy bug, which happens when you get closer to the camera. And even closer to the camera, you have a very, very, very fuzzy bug. And this is because when you look at video cameras, the surveillance cameras used, there is a cover on top of the lens. It's a protective cover. It's like a weather covering. And the bug will crawl across this plastic or glass covering. So what I did was took the plastic bag and put it in front of my phone lens, and we'll see what happens. We're going to do some video. I'm going to drag the bug across the video, and let's see. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do it again. Going across the wall. Yep, it's pretty good. And let's do it one more time along the sidewalk. That looks pretty damn good. Okay. All right, so that's my recreation. Thinking it's a bug going across the lens. The protective cover that's in front of the lens. Now, I mean, there is a chance that it is a person. I mean, that's what some people are saying, and it could be. It could be a person that ran across, depending on the quality of the video. It is dark out. It is a distance from the camera. So if a person was wearing, say, like a light-colored shirt and really dark pants, then maybe, yeah, that's what it is. But I've also seen this same kind of effect when, again, there's a bug going across the lens. It's not uncommon to see this. It's the video, I've seen two versions of the video, one from the news agencies, including the clip that I showed here, and then other agencies, and I also saw a video of a video posted by, I believe, the one of the owners, the female owner of the house, which, it's not a good quality video. It looks very low quality. It's very grainy. There's ghosting going on, obviously. That's a good word. So there is a lot of factors here. I mean, the one thing that I'd like to see is a recreation from them. Have somebody go out with different color clothing and see if they can recreate it, because that would be the best thing to do, instead of just jumping on the bandwagon here and saying, yes, this is 100% real ghost, which is what they're doing. You should really recreate it. They're assuming that it's a ghost with absolutely nothing to support that, which is commonplace with paranormal beliefs. So, and you can also do a search on YouTube of like bugs crawling across the lens and stuff like that, and you'll get examples of this effect. You'll see a blurry bug walking across. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. Ben Rafford did one. He did a case at a Santa Fe courthouse where they had a similar thing going on. They had a ghost moving across the scene from a surveillance camera. He was able to debunk it because it was a bug. There was another one at a gas station. There was another one at a junkyard. Same thing. That all these made the news, and they were turned out to be bugs, which is not really. It seems weird. It seems like it can't happen, but we're dealing with perspective here. We're talking about something that, like in the distance, you can see the bookshelves behind me, but then when you have something that's really, really close, let's see. What do I have that's really, really tiny that I can put up there? If you have something like this, the pen cap, it becomes very blurry. Oh, look, orbs that goes across. The smaller the object, the more blurry it becomes. And that's due to depth of field and something called circles of confusion. These are terms you should look up if you're interested. What else? Oh, my recreation did not cover nighttime because, again, it's early in the morning and I wanted to just get something out there to show, like, hey, this could happen this way. But we also have to address, okay, it's at night. So you have slightly different conditions, yes, than my recreation. You also have infrared lights that, if you see in the picture that I had of the surveillance camera, the infrared lights always surround, oh, that's my phone, always surround the camera lens. And you always have that cone. I call it the IR cone of shame because it illuminates the middle. So with this, let's see, you'd have this area illuminate. Where am I going? This area illuminated, while these areas are not illuminated by the infrared. So that's why when it kind of comes in the scene, like kind of appears around here, and then it becomes clearer as it's in the middle, and then as it goes out, it starts to disappear. That's what happens with these kind of cameras, because the light is focused on the center, not on the outside. Even when something's on the protective glass, it's going to get illuminated when it's in the center and not so much on the sides. I know I keep repeating, but I'm trying to cover every little thing that people will bring up. Yeah, I guess the best thing they can do is recreate the video, put somebody outside with different color clothing, preferably a very light colored top and dark pants, and then switch it up. See what happens. This is what you do. Switch it up. Do light colored jeans and, a black top. See what happens. Have them walk at different speeds, because some people deliberately do things slower or faster so that it doesn't look like something. And I think that's it. Pay attention to people that do photography, that do videography, because we've seen this kind of stuff before. Don't just jump to the conclusion that it's a ghost, because you're doing exactly that. You're jumping to a conclusion. You're just jumping right in And it's funny. I mean, they say in the news piece that they were already concerned about ghosts, so they already had that idea in their head, you know. And you get this weird video that, I mean, who watches surveillance cameras when they're eating dinner at home? Who does that? I mean, and I know that sounds kind of mean, but seriously, who does that? Like, if I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to watch TV, not surveillance cameras of the outside of my house. I don't know. Where was I? I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, in the piece that they come up with this, they already believed in ghosts. They already concerned about ghosts in the house, and then they have the story, the history of the house, or not even their house, but just somewhere on the block. It's not, you can't connect the dots like that. You're throwing in all kinds of information that to support your belief, rather than look at the actual experience and then trying to deconstruct and figure out what's going on. That's it. I'm done. Could be a person, could be a bug. Is it a ghost? Not likely. I mean, if it was a person, why didn't they just go outside? They were so surprised, you know, like, oh my God, there's something going across the street. Maybe it's a person. Let's go outside and look up and down the block. More than likely, you would have seen them. But then that would have killed the story right away. So there you go. All right, I'm out. Later.